think nobody was in the car, and I looked, there's nobody in the car, and this guy almost put a piece of wood through his window. Now, ain't that something?
Actual smart summons is back and improved, or is it? Just like everybody else, I was super excited to finally get my smart summons back. I bought the car and it didn't have it. You can hear me right there. This is the first time I'm even testing it out, and my little guy is watching safely behind the fence because I didn't trust the damn car either. I got super excited about what it could do, and I wanted to push this thing to the limit and see what we could get it to do and see if there was any big problems in the process. Like you saw, we definitely had one. So let's get into the video and discuss why this is good, why it's bad, and what you have to look out for in the process. So what is actual smart summons? And yes, it spells out ASS. Elon's humor in acronyms are coming out again. It is an amazing ability for the car to be summoned to you depending on where you are. It is perfect for parking lots, inside of your garage. Say somebody parked too close to you and you need to be able to get out of that parking spot. You can literally pull it out by just hitting a button, turning your car into basically a remote control that can come find you. The first version of it is dumb control, as he puts it, because it is just a straight and forward movement, and that is it. The other one is really cool, where you're able to put up a location or have it come to you personally in your GPS, and it will go and find you and maneuver its way in a parking lot or wherever. You should be doing this only in a parking lot. That's what the warnings are stating right here. And the car will come to you and basically pick you up. So imagine you have a bunch of packages that you just got out of a store. You really don't want to walk them all the way down for the traffic. You could let the car do it for you. Now, if you remember, this is not a new feature. This is something that has existed before and they are improving on right now. But the old version was very, very bad at best, and the reason why was because it uses ultrasonic sensors, and it basically always picked the least resistant path to get to you, which didn't mean that it actually observed the rules of the road or the parking lot, where this has been a huge advantage on this new version, that it actually takes the long way if it has to, because it wants to observe the rights and rules of the road. So as you can see, there is an actual display so you can see what the car is seeing to help you be able to make actual conscious decisions on whether or not you want to keep on pushing it. Now, to use the app, let it load and then press the button for the summons, whether you want it to come to you or pick a location for it to come to. It's basically just a click of the button up top. You have those two options, or you can do the dumb summons, which is basically backwards or forwards. Now, another limitation to this is that it's only going to go 6 miles an hour, which is pretty slow in what any other aspect you would think of on the road, but in a parking lot, that is more than enough to make sure that it's not going to hit somebody or cause an accident like we saw in the beginning of this video that I'll go over. But first, there's another limitation that you can see, that I have to walk within that blue circle of the Tesla. That is the range of what the smart summons is allowing you to do and be able to use this feature. It's about 300 feet from what Tesla is saying. Now, at this point in the video, the car does pull out in front of another car, which I thought was going to upset it because of the 6 mile an hour limit that it had, and you can definitely see that the driver is kind of up my butt a little bit, but is being super nice and not honking or anything else. But let's hear what he had to say when he realized that the car was actually driving itself. The smart summons, what did you think?
I just thought that was cool. I mean, it was going slow, but hey, man, no one was driving it. I thought that was a real cool aspect of that car, man. That was really cool. I mean,
and you're like, you're from Jersey, so everything's...
Jersey, yeah, everything. Hey, we got no patience over there. So, but look, that was cool, man. I really appreciate it.
What do you think of the Teslas and being the fact that they're going to be like fully automatic one of these days?
I think it's a cool thing. I'm a gas man myself. Like, I love fast cars, but the electric cars are really cool too. They take off, and I think the self-driving aspect about them could be real cool, man.
That's what do you drive?
I drive a BMW 428.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
Yeah,
now, this is all well and good that it's being super safe at 6 miles an hour, but what about avoiding people and actual collisions and making sure that your car is safe, and more importantly, other people are safe? Because even Tesla puts on their update that you should be cautious of what it is doing, and ultimately you are in responsibility of your car. Luckily, I ran into a buddy of mine that was going to help me test this out, and as you can see right here, He walks into the back of the car while it's moving backwards, and the car stops, realizing that he's there. And he just wants to see, now he's at the side of it, what's it going to do? Well, it actually pushes past him because it does have the clearance to do it. And this is a busier parking lot, and as you can tell right now, there's a car that's coming, and the car stops just like it does in normal FSD and waits for it to go before it makes the right turn to now be in the position of where it needs to be. Now, sadly though, I was in this other part of the parking lot that I was hoping that it would maneuver, but it didn't come all the way and basically stopped right there. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm still super impressed with everything that's going on with this. Now, if you skip to the end of the video to see the crash again and actually what happened, here it is. I set up the car to come pick me up at Home Depot. I figured that would be one of the best places to really push its limitations, especially with objects and people, and making sure that it's able to maneuver inside of these locations. And with somebody moving around, dealing with 2x4s and loading them up, I kind of wanted to see if it was able to push past it. Now, I actually stopped pressing the button because I'm not sure what's going to happen, but because we are testing out the ability of this, I decide, you know what, against my better judgment, I'm going to push through and see what the car does. So I end up pushing the button again, and I don't know if this was the best idea, but I did this for you all, so I hope you appreciate it. Check this part out. Again, you saw this in the beginning, but because it has the ability to now push through traffic, it did not see this coming at all and completely moves out those 2x4s out of the way. Luckily, it's only going 6 miles an hour, and you can hear the guys in the background screaming about what's going on, and he even said to me, he's just like, that was your fault, and I did not argue whatsoever. I totally said, yes, it was. It was the car's fault. I'm in control. It's my problem.
What do you think of that? Cool, because I didn't think nobody was in the car, and I looked, there's nobody in the car, and this guy almost put a piece of wood through his window. Now, ain't that something?
What'd you think?
That's crazy.
Were you scared?
No, we weren't scared.
Did it have enough clearance? Because I couldn't tell.
No, it was close. You hit the wood. That's pretty
cool. It came a little close?
No, you hit the wood.
Oh. Random piece of wood and scraped right alongside, as you can see, and even hit over here. I wonder if I'm going to be able to buff that out nicely or not. So you definitely have to be conscious of what you're doing, because the car is now pushing and not seeing every object that is out there, and I have the proof right here to show it. All in all, I am super impressed with the Tesla Actual Smart Summons, because it is just an amazing feature that can be utilized in so many ways. It's not just a party trick, but don't be me and make sure that you pay attention to what is going on and realize that the car still has some limitations. We're not at real full self-driving just yet, but we are just one more step closer. And if you'd enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, comment, do all those crazy things, and check out some of my other videos that I have here. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, it says summons complete.